How's it going, everybody? Here we are, we're in the car. That rhymed, don't hate the player, hate the game. We are on our way, kinda. A couple of stops on the way first, but it's WWE Clash at the Castle this evening, live from Glasgow. The first ever WWE premium live event, first ever pay-per-view from Scotland, from Glasgow. We are living in the most surreal of times, everybody. If you had told me this was a possibility a mere maybe not 5 years ago, because 5 years ago would have been 2019 and we'd already had TV by then. We'd had Raw and SmackDown here in 2016, but I did maybe think that was a one and done. So let's go in 2016 after that Raw and SmackDown, or even 10 years ago or something. If this was a possibility today, the WWE pay-per-view of this month, 2 World Championship matches, press conferences, SmackDown the night before, storylines, and really affected and stuff like that, from here, from where I live, all the way across the world, in Glasgow, in this very, very small country as part of the UK, because anytime there was a UK stuff, it was always somewhere in England. It was London, Manchester, Birmingham. Obviously we had Cardiff in 2022 for that big stadium show. They're doing Clash at the Castle this year in Glasgow at the Hydro, so not a castle or a stadium, but good venue. But they've sold about 11,000 seats, and the big talking point that I'm probably going to talk about if I ever do another video about this, so I got a feeling we're going to mention it on the podcast over the next little while, but the ticket prices were absolutely disgusting. So it was the most money I've ever paid for a ticket for something that's not been a holiday. Put it this way, the ticket cost for tonight's event costs more than a monthly payment for me to have my car. This car I'm driving on a monthly basis costs less than the ticket price for tonight's show. Put it at that. Ridiculous. Obviously it was a combo, deal over SmackDown last night and Clash tonight. There was no way I was missing this tonight. That's the thing. It's ridiculous. I'm not happy about paying the money, but there's no way I was missing it. It's me we're talking about here. History, once in a lifetime. They keep mentioning, oh, we're going to do this again, and Drew said last night, Drew McIntyre, after the show, he wrestled Sheamus in a dark match. He was like, we're going to get a stadium show next time, and I'm like, Drew, we are lucky we have this. And I'm really glad the crowd have been really good. Like the SmackDown show last night was really good, the crowd were really loud. The kind of pre-show kickoff event thing they did obviously went down really well, so that's good. Obviously just with the amazing crowds, like London last year, which I was there for at Money in the Bank, and then Paris this year for Backlash, and Puerto Rico last year, and all these amazing crowds. You hope that you live up to it, your crowd lives up to it. So hopefully that's going to be the case tonight. I also saw that CM Punk is in Glasgow. Now we knew that was going to happen. Obviously he was going to be involved in Drew's match in one way, shape or form. But he was in the Celtic shop. So for those who don't know, I'm a Rangers fan. You would know that from my Twitter, at CM42TV. Or if you want to follow with all my wrestling thoughts, I also have a wrestling page at Wrestle Connection, but it's just Rest Connection. Only so many characters. So obviously I'm a Rangers fan, and Drew McIntyre is a Rangers fan. So CM Punk was spotted in the Celtic shop buying a Celtic top. So if he pops up this evening to cost Drew this match wearing a Celtic top, the reaction is going to be mental, because it's going to be a 50-50 split, and that's what Punk loves. Like all that stuff with the previous runs he had, and obviously the stuff at Wembley, and that run he did in AEW at the end, where he was kind of that polarising character. He loves all that stuff. So we didn't get the Punk Drew match, but Punk's still going to be here. I can't imagine Drew's losing tonight though. I can't imagine he's losing. So my opinion is Punk is going to cost Damian Priest the World Heavyweight Championship, and so that Drew wins the title, and that means that Drew's match with Punk at SummerSlam, I can only imagine, is going to be for the world title. That's what I imagine happening. So I think Drew will win tonight. I hope he wins tonight, for the love of God, for his own sake and for Scotland's sake, after it was a huge weekend for Scotland competing in the Euros. opening game of the Euros last night against Germany, and it was a 5-1 defeat, so not great. So it wouldn't be good for morale if Drew also loses, is what I was going to say. But it was funny because they did a dark match with Drew and Sheamus got on the mic and he was like, look, no disrespect here, I love Scotland, and he got a good reaction to that. And he was like, does anybody know the football score? Total heat, man. Honestly, we had Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy! Pretty Deadly out wearing England tops. We had Ludwig Kaiser, wrestling Sami Zayn. He had the Germany top on, so they were totally playing it up, you know. So it was really good. SmackDown was really good last night, really good fun, you know. Just obviously I've been to a couple of SmackDowns now, but just seeing how the TV shows run is always fascinating from my point of view, you know, because you only see house shows and stuff. So yeah, really excited for tonight. In terms of the other matches, I think Chad Gable's going to win the Intercontinental title. I think Cody's obviously going to retain against AJ. So glad that we are getting Cody on the show. We could have easily just had Drew on the show. I think that Bayley will retain against Piper Niven, and I think that Jade and Bianca will retain the women's tag team titles. However, there's got to be a reason why Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler are in that match, so it might need to eat a pinfall, which would allow Kaylee Ray and Isla Dawn to win the tag titles in Glasgow, which would be a big moment. So, don't know, it's going to be a good show. I'm buzzing. The seats are good. I was worried about the seats because I didn't pay £1,000 for a floor seat, you know. I was level 225. So, but last night when we were sitting there, it's the same seats for both shows, and they were really good. So, yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't believe a pay-per-view is happening in Glasgow. Absolutely crazy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're all well. Come on, Scotland, and the rest of the Euros, and come on, Drew, tonight at Clash at the Castle. Let's go! As the lights change to green, almost like I timed that on purpose. I'm not that good. I'm not that good of a driver. Or am I? You would never know because you're watching me instead of the road. I'll keep watching the road. Okay, love, peace, hair, grease.